Wahoo. Oh wait, no, that's not gonna be the voice. I'm just.
Oh god damn you! I was literally gonna do that bit. I was waiting for you to get back, and I was gonna go. It's a me. That's not gonna be the. We worked on it. We worked on it. That's not gonna be the. I'm.
Welcome to the podcast where we talk about anything, everything that comes out of the crapshoot. I'm your host JD. This is my co-host.
It's so fucking hot.
James. I call him James. Other people call him Jimmy.
It just works like that. It's weird.
A lot of things have happened this week, James.
It's so fucking hot.
It's funny you say that because the weather's actually getting colder. It's October now. It's October now, so I mean, I'm surprised to see how hot it is even in October. I thought it would cool off last month, but apparently summer is just ever expanding. So I can't wait until summer encompasses January to December. We're in a perpetual cycle of heat where every day is at least 90 degrees.
And man, it's just every day it's like you just got to get something cool to drink to like stay cooled off,
Oh no, there's no cool drinks.
And it's like you go to Dutch Bros and they're like, "Oh, hey, do you want a sticker?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'd love a sticker." And now I got a Dutch Bros sticker.
It's actually funny you say that.
Hey, do you want more stickers? So I got more Dutch Bros stickers. And then they're like, "Hey, we got new Dutch Bros stickers." So we got more Dutch Bros stickers.
Why do you have so many Dutch Bros stickers? Why are you throwing them at the camera? Stop that.
Stickers.
It's funny you mentioned that because remember when I said I've never heard of Dutch Bros before when you told me that first Dutch Bros story?
Yeah.
Well, I was driving. I was taking a lift over to.
You can drive?
No. I was taking a lift over to my college, and as I was lifting over there, I saw a Dutch Bros, and it was like the tiniest, shittiest restaurant I've ever seen. It was like
restaurant.
It's a restaurant chain.
You fool! They serve drinks.
It's a restaurant that serves drinks. You're fanning yourself with the Dutch Bros stickers.
It's so many. It's so hot.
Well, James, like I said, that many things happened this week. Have you heard of anything that's happened this week, or do I have to clue you in on stuff?
Clue me
AKA,
in.
you can go first if you want to say anything.
Clue me the fuck in.
All right, let's get a little dangerous then. The first thing that I wrote in my little notepad thing to talk about on stream was I heard a little bit of news that was a bit worrying because it sounds like it's pretty serious.
Mm-hmm.
The U.S. government's going to run out of money by October 18th. Does that sound familiar to you, James?
Of course they are.
Now, this is just an estimate, right? But frankly speaking, that's like 2 weeks away. A little bit more than 2 weeks away.
Just fucking hell yeah, man. Hell yeah, bro.
Hell yeah, dude. America.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Don't save the motherfucking nation.
I have no idea why they're running out of money. Or why they're telling it now,
hey,
like 2 weeks out from it.
Why? You wanna know why?
Yeah, why?
Fucking COVID. Think, dummy.
Well, I guess so. Huh?
Oh.
Well, what happens when we run out of money, James? Do you know?
We ask for a loan.
Thinking like a true American, James.
We get a second job.
They should have you as treasurers. Put you as chief of treasurer office, dude.
I say we invest all of our money in Dutch Bros.
I say we start rationing out food, starting with Dutch Bros. Well, I mean,
go back quick, dude. It was an hour wait today.
Dude, if they run out of money, then who's gonna pay for my college?
Dutch Bros.
Get the Dutch Bros scholarship. If you work at a Dutch Bros right now, you get a little. It's like the McDonald's scholarship.
Is it like the McDonald's scholarship?
Yeah, but for Dutch Bros. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Yeah. Thank God these multi-billion-dollar companies are willing to give me like $1,000. James, is it really that hot in your house?
They don't have the AC just now turned on. They don't ever have it on, and I am the only one who ever does it. any physical fucking work in this house, dude.
Oh, is that what you do? Is that how it is? What's wrong, James?
Oh no, nothing. Say what you want to say. Say what you want to say. Oh my god!
The second I said that, I could see you just stop fanning yourself. You look at me, get a little smirk on your face, like this motherfucker. This guy.
What's this?
Anyway, though, more important news. We met up earlier this week, in person. Remember that, James?
What? JD, that wasn't me. Who is that man?
I mean, it looked a lot. Was that Jesse
Ethan
Plemons?
Winters.
Is that Jesse Plemons? Came over to my house on Monday, dude.
Jesse
I watched the title of this podcast episode. I watched G-Saviour with Jesse Plemons. I watched G-Saviour with Jesse Persons, and I can't believe we're gonna. By the way, how's that audio extraction going? Are you sending that over anytime soon, or actually, are you gonna?
Don't rush me.
Is that our crapshoot? Oh fuck, crapshoot celluloid slaughter crossover, the G-Saviour thing.
Oh, should I just?
You just make it a.
Should I just make that a? Yeah, I could just.
It's pretty easy, right? All you do is just download the entire movie off YouTube, and then.
How do people download things off YouTube? I don't know.
Google it. That's what I did. You type in YouTube to MP4 converter, boom, and that's how you do it. That's not how I do it, because that's I don't know how legal that is. So you didn't hear it from me. I don't do it, and I don't condone it, or I mean I do condone it. I don't support it. That's what I meant.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
It's the law enforcement.
Occupado.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, understandable. Have a nice day.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
You think they'll just leave you?
Wait.
You're like, oh, sorry.
Guys, he's shitting. What do we do?
Get in there and shit with him.
Shit louder. Today was the first day of the Halo Infinite Beta Part 2, aka
it was a Part
Big
2?
Team Battle.
How was it?
I haven't played it because I haven't had time.
Ah.
I also was not here during the 4-hour window when they allowed it.
Oh.
I was at work where I was yelled at by my
coworkers.
were
at your favorite place, work. And talking to your favorite person, my favorite person, bloke. Break.
Oh man,
he's a great guy.
I love bloke. Bloke and Christmas, they're my favorite coworkers.
I like Blanche. It's pretty good.
You know, that's the name, Blanche. I like Blanche and Christmas.
Blanche.
Blanche and Christmas are my favorite coworkers, man.
Yeah, dude. And your brother, Ghost. Actually, you need to send me that G-Saviour audio just so I can see how many times we actually do that.
We didn't do it as much as we thought we would.
I felt like we did a lot more than I thought. It was like every scene. There was a time where someone was like,
dude, I'm feeling like Mark right now, man. So hot. Here, let me put on another layer of leather.
Oh crap! Who are the two names? Oh right, Mark and Jack.
Mark and Jack.
It was Jack.
Everybody else is named Jack, Philippe.
There's like 3 Jacks, and the main character is Mark.
There's Mark. There's Philippe. There's one other person, Asian.
I don't know the Asian lady's name still. I completely forgot it still, but.
And everybody else is Jack.
Should we do like a G-Saviour review right here in the middle of the podcast?
Can we please?
I'll cut it out and upload it on its own too.
Yeah.
Because we haven't done a crapshoot reviews in quite a while, so play a little jazz sting. Welcome to the crapshoot reviews. You wanted it because last time we did something and it was pretty good, so we're here now. We're reviewing a popular Gundam entry series movie, G-Saviour. G-Saviour by who's the director?
Sunrise.
Sunrise, that's right. with their sick opening logo thing, and
here comes a Gundam.
Oh my God, Gundams!
Gundam.
Now, James,
shooting the logo.
James, we met in person to record this, and
look at the Gundam coming flying in.
We basically did a live commentary of G-Saviour, and that'll probably be uploaded on James's channel. Although, I think we'll upload that on James' channel. The review will be here on my channel, and then James, since he's just got the audio recording, I'll just let him edit it and stuff. So
yeah,
he can do it.
I'll try to.
It'll be in the description whenever that comes out.
I'll trim it down into a highlight reel.
Whenever that comes out in like 3 months. So
2 years.
Let's talk about G-Saviour, James.
Wow!
Wow! I remember like we just saw it yesterday, although we saw it a week ago, pretty much. Man,
what a great movie.
Okay, let's start with this, right? So you told me before we watched it. Okay, you didn't. Right. You and me neither have not watched it at all, like all the way through.
I hadn't watched it. I'd watched part of a video where they said like the Gundam showed up for 8 minutes and like just like quick quick topics, and then that's all I've seen of it.
That's what you told me, right? But then you lied, and that guy lied. Whoever told you that, because a Gundam shows up in the very liar. A Gundam shows up in the first 1 minute of the movie, in the intro sunrise sequence.
That doesn't count.
What was that then? Huh? Was that not a Gundam? What was that? You can tell me it was a mobile suit, huh? Was that a mobile suit?
It was on a string. You know, like how you see I'm moving this one around. Imagine there's a string attached to its neck, and it slowly suffocating to death. It was like, hey, what's up? It's sunrise. And it left.
Well, I don't know how exactly we're going to structure this review. How about we just go through it? Like, we'll try to remember it scene by scene, and try to just explain the plot.
Underwater.
So, the movie opens up in the space, has this terrible title card sequence of just, entry stuff, tells you the director, everything. And then it opens up in this underwater scene. We're underwater somewhere in the Pacific. And I guess they're repairing
First thing we see is Mark just throwing his neck and his head all the way back. Wearing that giant dinky suit.
Hey everybody, Markiplier here.
Oh right, I forgot our joke was gonna be that we'd do a Markiplier voice, and we immediately abandoned that.
I just have to say the main character, Mark. So he's just like, he looks like this totally normal white dude, short hair, black hair, but he's got a really thick neck.
Thickest neck.
Got a super thick neck, and it never gets thinner.
Did you break something?
No. Let's continue the review.
Legos exploding. Somebody had a fully built Lego
set.
That's
the sound of Mark's neck choker breaking after because he couldn't handle the girth of his neck. So,
how you doing, everybody? It's me, Mark.
That's what Mark looks like. I'm probably gonna include scenes from the movie in here when I cut it out of this episode.
A little bit of narc
on its own. But narc.
Because I was trying to say neck and Mark. A little bit of narc.
Mark's narc, dude. So we open up this water sequence, underwater sequence. And I guess they're repairing an underwater line or something. And we get our first view of this sick mobile suit. Not a Gundam.
Not a Gundam.
Not a Gundam. Mobile suit.
Not a Gundam.
And James, I know in the live commentary he's telling me over and over again that's not a Gundam. It's a mobile suit.
That's a mobile suit, my friend.
Even though they look pretty much the same. So they're repairing this line, and I guess something happens, right?
A man falls into the river.
What? The river that is the ocean? Underwater?
The river that is the ocean.
On the ocean bed?
Yes.
So anyway, something bad happens. Guy in mobile suit becomes... he needs help. So then I guess Mark suits up, and he goes and saves... He goes and saves this dude in the mobile suit in this other mobile suit, which is also not a Gundam. Okay, not a Gundam.
Not a Gundam.
And then they save it. There's a lot of I'll give this movie props because there's a lot of representation in it. There's a lot of races in there. There's white people, black people, Asian person, and
Jack,
and Germans. So.
Oh wait, I forgot the Nazis were there.
There's a lot of Nazis in this movie.
There's a lot of Nazis in this movie.
So yeah, then I guess it cuts to the first interesting plot thing. Because I'm almost sure that the entire opening sequence of them saving that dude has nothing to do with the rest of the movie. So then it cuts to like Mark in his home or something, and on the news we hear that humanity's going through like a food shortage crisis, and I guess the kids in Africa, they're not getting enough food and water, so they're trying to figure out how to solve that. And I guess their solution is...
I completely forgot about this plot line.
Well, it's because it's mentioned like once.
It isn't until you brought it up now that I'm even remembering it was a thing.
Yeah, they're watching the news. Remember the news of the lady caster who looks like she's doing a podcast?
Hey, what up? Hey, what's up? It's me, lady caster.
Hey, Scar's here.
I have the name of the mobile suit that Mark drives, by the way. It is the MMS DS-209 Guppy.
Wow, how awesome.
Wow.
MMS 09 69 420 goopers.
The one that I think the guy falls into the ocean with is called the CAMS 13 MS Ray.
Man, how do they do it? How do they name these things?
No one knows. Come up with these great names, like the CCMS 03 Boogoo.
It reminds me of those Sony headphones, you know, the ones like the wireless WH10771.5s, dude. They're insane. Anyway, though, so yeah, world's going through a crisis.
Let me tell you about the RGM 19.6.
Did you Google
Freedom
a list of Gundams right now?
Absolutely.
Anyway, though,
would you like to know the name?
So I guess their solution to solving the food shortage crisis is to make this magic goop in the lab.
Lightning in a bottle.
And it glows. And it's very important that it glows because it's blinding. It doesn't glow. It like shines.
And they stare right into it every time.
Well, it's because it doesn't glow. It's added in post, you know. So it's like
they literally have the sun in a bottle, and they're like, okay, just
the power of the sun in the palm of my hands.
Hello, Mark.
Hey, Peter. So yeah, they make this goop, and I guess what happens is, it doesn't show this in the movie, but I guess the government takes it, stores it away.
Did you Google
somehow.
The story of this movie?
No, I'm remembering this from my mind. It doesn't show this because then it cuts like this secret government base, and Mark's in it for some reason.
Right.
And then the scientist team.
It's a prison. Oh wait, are we talking about the underwater base or the? Okay, yeah, it's got medicine in it or something.
Mm-hmm. It's like this. Man, it's this underwater. It's this secret base that has both the secret medicine, food shortage, super juice thing stored, and also morgue. And those are the two scenes that we actually see. Those are only rooms we see in the base, but
there's also, for some reason, inside the
I think there's also
super secret
room.
Government medicine scientist room.
I believe there's a control room.
There's a control room, and that's right next to the other room.
It's right next to the place where they store the goop, and then right next to the place where they store the goop on the other side is the morgue.
The morgue is in the next one.
It's not underwater because they have a trash chute
that's the next
leading
base.
out of it. So, yeah.
That's the next secret base
apparently
that has
the team of scientists break into this base, and they try to steal the goop, and they fail.
And all but one of them is shot to death.
One of them is shot to death, and he's got this.
All but one of them is brutally shot on sight, despite none of them having a gun.
You know, and he's lying there on the ground with a bit of ketchup on his mouth, and
and all the soldiers are Starship
and
Troopers.
they take in one of the scientists as prisoners, or as a prisoner, and it's the our main girl, second main girl, I guess, because Mark has a wife. I think we should mention that. There's Mark.
One could say he does, but does he really?
It's Mark's character actor wife, and that's what she acts like. It's Mark's character actor's wife, character actor wife, and then the scientist lady, and she's black, and then that's
her name. Her name starts with a CH.
Yeah,
I think.
It's
Chelsea.
No, it's not Chelsea.
Chorizo.
Maybe it's Charisse.
It's chorizo.
Charis. Anyway, it's something with a CH. We'll call her Chandra. And Charlena. And
Charmander. Charmeleon.
Charcoal.
Sure.
So yeah, they go into like this
Chuck.
they interrogate her. Mark finds out that the government's
on upground base after Mark talks to
upground base,
Nazi.
up dog base, and Mark finds out her whole situation. Then he teams up with her because he's like, man, do I feel bad for you? Also, I kind of want to get into your pants.
I have a thick neck.
Charles.
This is I, Mark. Hello, Chuck.
Babe.
Babe.
Babe, I know you want it.
You know, Mark's like, don't worry, girl in this prison. I'll get you out. And then he takes her to a science room where they make water juice or whatever it is.
Water juice?
I don't quite remember
what this scene is.
Glowing juice.
Something?
The sun in a bottle.
They do steal it, right? The super juice?
She has to make it first.
Does she have to make it? I thought it was already made.
No, because she makes it first, and then they're like, okay, we gotta get out of here now. And then it's like, they shoot the guy at the front desk, and then Jack's like, hey, what's up, Mark? It's me, Starship Trooper guy, Jack.
Hey, Starship Trooper guy, Jack. I'm here.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah, and then they make it, steal it, and then they escape the base by, get this, going
using
down the morgue trash chute. Because they have a trash chute in the morgue for dumping bodies.
What we're ignoring also, JD, is that on top of this morgue is a gala where they're having this party.
Is that where it is?
That is all in the same building.
Huh.
So very top floor, gala.
Gala control room, military base,
secret
morgue,
base.
Storage facility, mixture,
jail, science, morgue,
Nazi break room.
It's like you're just holding your pen like this.
I
like
can imagine the architect designing this place just like Nazi. Like the kid grip on the pencil.
just very gorilla kind of like just Nazi.
Fist clenched pen holding.
Shaking your fist at God.
So they escape this place through the morgue trash chute. And then
they escape by throwing the sun on the ground and flash banging the hell out of Mark and his goons, who decide the only way to shoot their guns is straight into the air rather than in front of them.
Yeah. So while they're escaping to get to the morgue room, they get caught by the Nazi dude. And the Nazi dude is the bad guy. So
Jack.
Yeah, Jack.
Son of Cheyenne.
You're freaking the most Nazi name I've ever heard, man. That's almost as close to. I could have sworn they could have called him like Jimmy or something. Jimmy. That would have been really close. I swore there was like a James in there. A James, no last name. That's super Nazi-like. So yeah, they find them and then they shoot their guns at them, but then they just hit the ground. Mark and the scientist lady, Mark and Chandra just hit the ground, and then they just keep shooting over their heads.
Mark and Chandler.
they just keep shooting over their heads, and then they throw the goop juice at them, and it blinds them like a flashbang. Blinds them like a flashbang. Fire, God, keep firing.
Keep shooting.
So, oh God, this movie, man. So
it's amazing. It's amazing. It's a masterpiece.
Is it after this scene, which is the gala scene?
No, the gala scene was right before this.
Oh, okay. Well, the gala scene is where we get introduced to all the Nazi dudes, and there's a lot of Nazi dudes. I'm talking like half the gala is Nazi.
Nazi, mostly white.
Was there an Asian Nazi?
There was one Asian guy in the background. Remember, I looked to you and I said, "Hey, look, representation."
Oh yeah, I'll zoom in on him if I see him during the thing. You're right, James?
We don't know Gundam is a Japanese creation, and what did this movie decide to do? Would cast all white people.
Sounds good to me, James.
And one Asian lady who dies.
She's still alive, I think. Spoilers, Jay. Jesus, man.
She's shot in the back. For life.
So they escape the morgue after the thing.
Yeah.
And then I guess what do they do after that? I completely forget. Did they meet up with they meet up with Poe, the pilot?
Fuck, I forgot about Poe.
They meet up with Poe, my favorite character in the entire movie.
Oh, Dameron.
My favorite character because he's the only one who's not a scumbag. So,
honestly, though. Honestly.
Every other character is a scumbag. I don't know if I should mention this right now, but I will. So, Mark, our main character.
Horrible.
This will be on in this will happen later in the movie, but he's stupid. His neck is thick.
He's just sounding like me at this point.
He's a horrible cheater.
Oh,
like he cheats on his wife, very adamantly. Yeah, he's just a terrible person.
He might have left one of his teammates to die.
I think wasn't he the one who killed that one scientist in the beginning too? I think was he the one who pulled the trigger on the gun?
No, that was Jack. Jack just straight up walked in like, I'm a Nazi. Bah, bah.
I'm the Nazi.
I am the bad guy. Ah.
That's how German bullets sound. Ta, ta, ta.
Oh my god, I can't believe we forgot about the what? What are you saying?
That's at the very end of the movie.
It's also at the beginning though. That's why we brought it up at the end.
Is it? I don't remember that at the beginning.
Because Mark's like, don't worry, pal, I'm gonna get you in fine. And it just looked like the other guy was just panicking, like, forget, like, what are you saying? What? I'm dying. My suit isn't made for submersion water. What are you saying? Just slowly drowning as Mark's like, I got you. And he grabs his little pot and he's just like, crush.
Oh, yeah. So then, okay, they meet up with Poe, I guess.
Meet up with Poe and representation.
Poe. We get introduced to Poe. We get introduced to this Asian girl representation. Let's go. I don't know her name.
Jack,
don't know her name still. I don't know her name. We'll call her Jack. And then
yeah, everyone's Jack, including her.
Everyone is Jack except Poe and Mark.
Except Poe, Mark, and Philippe.
I don't even know who Philippe is.
He's the bald guy that Mark runs into when they go to the space colony, and Mark is like,
yeah,
Philippe, and Philippe is like, Mark, we know each other. As they look at the camera and shake hands.
So I guess everything from this point, like the next 30 minutes, is just boring. I remember
you got up and walked away.
Yeah, I remember it was boring enough that I could just walk away.
Yeah, you were like, I want to find a point that's just dull enough that I can get up and go get something.
Yeah. So what was it? This next part, I guess, it's just them planning to sneak into the base again. Yeah. To hop into a spaceship so they didn't get to space.
Right. They're on the base. They're like literally outside of it when they meet up with each other. And then important thing, Mark's wife is like, hey Mark, I followed you out here. It is me, your wife.
I forgot if they I think she is she goes with them on the space ride.
she follows them, and then Mark's like, no, you gotta come with us. And she's like, no, Mark, you idiot. No. She's like, no, Mark, you idiot. Why would I go with a bunch of fugitives? Let's just go home. And Mark's like, no, that's the first place they'll be looking for us.
Don't you know,
I'm
wife?
Convinced.
I am a fugitive.
Pulls a gun.
Pulls a gun. Zat, zat.
Zat, zat.
Yeah, that's the German sound.
Then they run inside. They're like, wow, look at all these mobile suits, not Gundams.
Wow, look at all these mobile suits. It's like they had to dub over themselves.
Mobile suits.
Wow, look at all these mobile suits.
To be exact, look at all these RSM 196 Freedom variant mobile suits.
Okay, so they get into the ship. They fly out to space. I don't know why do they fly out to space? They have to like deliver the soup juice into something.
They steal an entire spaceship from in front of a cart full of soldiers.
It really reminds me of that Wonder Woman scene in Wonder Woman 1986. Was that?
Great movie.
1980. Is it 1986? I think it's
1984.
1984, or where they go into the museum and they steal that jet. The jet that's in the museum that somehow is fueled up and ready to go.
Next to the museum.
It's like the same logic as that scene.
Yeah.
It's like they just hop into this jet thing and they're like, oh, cool, it's ready to go. Let's blast off. So they fly up to the space colony.
No jet like that has a two-seater.
Yeah.
But
like two-seaters side by side, you mean?
They all put on their swimming caps as well.
If jets are two seats, they're usually behind each other. Like the seat is behind the other one. But in that jet, it was like side by side. Anyway, though.
They all put on their swimming caps so they can fly.
Yeah, they put on their swimming caps so they can go into space. So that their brain doesn't like, float out of their skull from the zero.
Because that's what happens in all of Gundam. Oh, no.
Oh.
Oh no, that's not what happens.
They fly up to the space colony, which James says is inaccurate, according to others.
Because
Gundam series.
In every other Gundam series, they've made it very clear that space colonies are either giant flat areas or purely city, which this was just city and
this was a forest.
Other things.
This was like a jungle.
It was a jungle with a city inside of it. It was like
a jungle with a base in it, and they're on the on the other side was like full city.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, because they fly to the base.
I forgot about the 2 different space colonies, because then it's
I don't know.
Really and stuff.
I don't know exactly why they fly out there. I guess there's like a secret organization that they need to deliver.
That's the organization that Charlene is with.
I guess so. Yeah, that's that's one that Sharka is with, and
Charlotte.
Yeah, Charlotte. And
Chappie?
Yeah, so they get there, and then I guess they meet Philippe there, right? Is that where Philippe is?
Yeah. Oh no,
it's like this brand new character
one,
like
and then it's like
halfway through the movie.
Hey, Philippe, it's me, Mark, and Mark is like, hey, Mark, it's me, Philippe, and it's like, yeah, we know each other, I swear.
Yeah, like freaking, they get there, and then the new character comes in. He's like staring at them from the distance in the bar.
There's like a full minute of it cutting away to him.
It's like a 30-second scene of him mad dogging like Mark's group.
Because Mark's wife keeps wanting to order a normal drink, and everybody else is like being very weird about like being like, no, you want to order the Philippe thing, because the bartender is like reaching for a gun. It's super visible. It's literally on the second shelf of an
Philippe
open
walks
window.
in. Philippe walks in. He's like, "Oh hi, Mark," and then Mark turns around. And he's
hey,
like,
Mark.
Oh hi, Philippe.
Hey, pea sauce. Philippe here.
Hey,
what if you came with me?
Pea sauce. Philippe here. So yeah, I guess then what? They go with Philippe or something.
And then
what happens after that?
Philippe takes Mark and shows him a holographic wall that reveals a Gundam behind it, and then he's like, "Pretty neat, right?" And Mark's like,
"Oh no,
definitely."
He takes them. I think he takes them to the city. He takes them to the city area, and in the city area, in the opera hall, there's a Gundam, and then so it's like in this theater. It's in this theater, and then he's like, check this out. So he flips open the curtains. Somehow the curtains open up.
Doesn't flip open the curtains. It's a holographic image that fades away to show a giant, shallow, just fucking room that's holding a Gundam in it for some reason.
Was it holographic? I don't remember, but either way, there's a Gundam.
I was like, this is so absurd.
There's a Gundam sitting there in the middle of this theater, and it's in a theater. It's in a theater. That's that thing I do remember.
Philippe is like, Mark's like, is that a Gundam? And Philippe's like, pretty cool,
is that
right?
a Gundam?
Like, yeah.
As Gundam Iskels.
As uns Gundam.
As uns Gundam.
Wunderbar.
The Brackenstein. It's like it goes full German. I'm sorry, anybody who's German.
I'm sorry, but this movie, it's Nazi.
But this movie made me really like Nazis. So... So then they show up the Gundam, and then
starting to sound like Blatch.
And I guess the Nazis caught on. They caught on that they're at the city, so they're like, let's attack it.
No. What it is that then they fly out to another colony. No, they fly back to Earth, and they're going to the moon, which has a base on it or something. And on their way there, Mark is flying the Gundam now. And he's wearing several layers of leather.
He's wearing his signature suit that he wears for like the last 2/3 of the movie.
Last
third of the movie.
Shit brown.
And I know that James, he really doesn't like the design of this suit. And he just wears it.
So good.
He wears it permanently.
I mean, I look at every other normal suit, as they're called.
Normal suit.
Normal suits in every other Gundam property. I'm like, oh wow, these are just ugly. They're gross. Good designs? No, thank you. Leather?
Yes.
8 layers of leather clothing? Hell yeah.
Yes. So then
it's literally has a fur collar.
There's like a collar sticking out of the suit.
They shoot through a bunch of debris, and then they go to the colony, and Mark is still wearing the fucking suit. And then him him and Chuck Norris kiss, and Mark's wife is just standing there wearing like a bright blue outfit with
the scene
red
is
hair
super weird
with a green foreground.
It just comes out of nowhere.
Doesn't blend at all. Just standing there watching them, and it's just like, oh okay.
It comes out of nowhere because keep in mind for the in the movie up to this point,
weird.
The doctor and Mark talk only about the cure and like nothing else. They don't talk about their backstories or anything else like that. It's purely business.
Everybody else changing clothes constantly, the doctor has worn a swimsuit the entire time.
Right. The doctor does have just swim. She's wearing like a skin tight wetsuit. Yeah, she's like wearing a wetsuit.
And you know for a fact it is mildew that they are just smelling the entire time. Because she doesn't wash it. She just keeps wearing it all the way till the end.
It's kind of disgusting. And then so this scene comes out of nowhere, right? They get to the base and then just smash cuts. It like smash cuts to Mark and Chalice
walking in a forest.
Mark and Chalice walking in a forest. They're hand in hand, and then they just start smooching. And then like it just like all of a sudden it pans over to like Mark's wife, and she's over there in the bush, like 2 feet away, just like wide-eyed staring at them. It's like, what the fuck? Like, and then they're like, I swear, this is how I remember it, but it's like 2 minutes of them just making out and then her just staring at them, and it's like it holds this shot and maybe it cuts to like some different angles of it, and then they stop kissing and then they start talking.
And she's like, I shouldn't have done that. And Mark's like, and then they start kissing.
I like your lips. Your lips taste great.
Like,
I know.
You like how I was in that Gundam suit and I shot all those asteroids?
You like how I'm sweating?
Makes you really like me.
Oh, a very important thing.
Is it important, James?
He wore a turtleneck.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, it's the collar thing. Yeah.
He wore a collared shirt that was under the entire suit that you see when he's wearing the suit in the Gundam, and then in the immediate scene after, he had to take off all of his stuff to then take off the turtleneck to then put everything back on to go walk through a jungle. I
don't know how important that is, but
why?
It's weird. Yeah.
And why did they make this actor wear so much leather in the jungle scene?
You could tell he's sweating his ass off. He was really moist.
See how
really moist.
And his hair is sticking to it.
Hair matted to his forehead. Yeah, so then
the entire commentary track, it's just us going, I'm so hot. Oh.
After that scene, the wife just goes ballistic, and then she like what does she do? She like shoots the ship or something. There's like this ship that's hovering around the base, and she shoots it. I don't know what that ship is though.
The Nazi ship is there, and they're like, okay, we gotta wait till we get shot at before we can do anything. And then they get shot, and they're like, let's deploy all of our ground troops.
Is that what that was? Maybe.
But why the ground troops? You have mobile suits.
Let's deploy
and a spaceship.
Deploy the ground troops. But they're in space. They're in space. They can't be ground troops. They're flying through space, James.
Eject them out.
Deploy the Gundams. They're mobile suits. They're mobile suits, boss. Deploy the Gundams. They're mobile suits. They're mobile suits.
Soldiers into the finger, like ejectocito.
Ejectocito. Yeah, they sent it out, and it's just. Oh, we forgot the mobile suits.
Shit, they weren't wearing normal suits.
Oh my god, they weren't wearing the suits. Anybody else want to want to do it?
It's so stupid. Then they get into a fight where Mark's wife is like, yeah, I shot at the ship.
It was me the entire time, Mark.
It was me, Barry.
It was me, Barry.
Mark.
You're slow. You're slow, Barry. So then they fight each other, and then he leaves. He locks her in this room by punching the lock broken from the outside.
With his bare hands.
Yeah, with his bare fists. So they get into this heated argument. He walks out of the room. The door, he just bashes this lock in, this electronic lock, and it just shuts the door. And now she's locked in there. And the way she escapes is by propping the chair up.
A second after he does that, though, the base is like, evacuate now.
Evacuate.
Everyone get out. Get out
We're
of here.
getting attacked by Nazis.
Leave. You're going to die.
So he just leaves. So he just leaves his wife there.
Like, to die. Totally leaves her there.
He just books it down the hall.
Dude, he he goes down the hall to the hangar bay, and everyone's freaking out, and she breaks out and just falls through a skylight.
No, what she does is she takes a chair, she climbs up into this vents or something in the ceiling, and I guess
Then
later she's like crawling through vents or something, and then it breaks, and then she falls through, and it's a really big fall. It looked like that actor took a tumble, dude.
As well.
Yeah, it reminded me of those like police cameras in like when people are like robbing convenience stores. And they get like boxed in, so they go into the back room and they try to escape through the ceiling or something. But then like the ceiling is made of really
it's made
bendy
of
tiles, so they fall through the ceiling into the convenience store and then they get arrested. It reminds me of that.
It's literally that.
God, it was so. But anyway, so yeah, he goes and he suits up, and I guess this is where the final battle begins, right? Is the space Nazis versus basemen.
Yes. And Mark, the true hero he does, gets on a forklift and gets raised 2 more feet higher.
He stands on a forklift.
On a forklift.
He delivers a sick speech.
It looks like he's standing on a platform. They get raised into a mobile suit, and then just like, no, this is just a forklift. It cuts to a wide shot as he's standing on a forklift, and he's only like 2 feet higher than everybody else. And he's like, "We are good." And everyone else is like, "Yeah."
Who the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Aaron's like, "Finn." So dumb. They all get in their suits and fly out into space, and Mark takes like an hour to get out there.
Yeah, he somehow takes like way longer than everyone else. So all the mobile suits get deployed first, and so it's mobile suits versus mobile suits.
Yes, and you're like, "Are those Gundams?" And I'm like, no. You can tell by the head.
Yeah, they look like Gundams.
It's literally the same body. The head is the only different part, really.
Yeah, and it's even harder to tell in this movie because the CG is like terrible. Did I mention that at all? The CG is awful.
No, we haven't mentioned this.
Yeah,
for 1999 and probably how low budget this is, not bad, but also still not great.
I think for 1999, the special effects
Star Wars: The Phantom
still
Menace
awful. Was awful.
Star Wars: The Phantom Menace and Spider-Man 1, I'm pretty sure were coming out like one was a year later than this.
I would say they weren't. It wasn't as bad looking as this. This was really bad.
Oh no, yeah.
It was really 100%. Bad. I'm not saying that the Star Wars 1 and Spider-Man 1 CG was good, but I'm saying this one was particularly bad.
Better for Phantom Menace coming out at the same time, and Spider-Man 1 coming out only like 2 years later and still having better digital effects.
Yeah.
But man, were these ones chef's kiss.
Yeah, and you get to see it full action because they have like a Black Panther. It looks like Black Panther's final battle in this final battle movie, and where it's just CG versus CG, and it's just wow. I could barely hold down my lunch. So
lunch we hadn't ate yet.
Yes, the lunch that we didn't eat. So they go out, they fight this battle, and I guess Poe's in one of the Gundam suits.
Yes, Poe's in one of the Gundam
he's in the mobile suit, not a
and
Gundam suit.
There are other people that we saw, like
there are various miscellaneous pilots, kind of like in Star Wars.
One of their heads explode.
Oh yeah, that was super gruesome. Just like out of nowhere, because like this movie is not very gory. The only thing we saw was like the ketchup on the scientist's lip in the beginning.
Ketchup on the scientist, and then like kinda the guard who got shot in the back of the head by Jack.
Sword, I think it was like off screenish or like at an angle where you can't really see it.
It was off screenish, and then they pick up his head and then drop it, and it's like, oh, it kind of happened.
Oh wow!
That's what it. And
but then like it's just like this scene where like his Gundam gets shot, and then like the inside of his, it cuts to him in the suit, and then his inside of his helmet just gets caked with blood, like just freaking like fleshy chunks hit the inside of his helmet. So yeah, it combusts.
It's so surprising because we thought it was Poe.
Yeah, I thought it was Poe too.
You were devastated.
I was like, holy fuck, they just killed Poe like that. Oh my god,
so unceremoniously.
This movie might not be too bad, but it wasn't Poe, it's just a rando.
Yeah,
and
I mean, we don't want Poe to die.
Yeah, obviously.
Poe's the good guy.
He's the only decent person, except maybe the Asian lady who I don't think has done anything. We mentioned her like once, but the reason why we didn't mention her again is because I don't think she really did anything.
In 2 minutes from this exact scene of the guy's head exploding, this woman is shot in the back.
Yes, while all this space battle is going on, the wife escapes. She breaks through that ceiling, and then I guess she gets transported to the Nazi ship somehow.
Yeah. Okay.
And she joins up with the Nazis.
She gets transported to the Nazi ship, then she flies back to the base.
Then she goes back to the base with the Nazis. She goes back to the base with the Nazis in like a Nazi ground team, and then when they get there, the Asian girl and the other girl was like, "Yo, what are you doing? Stop that!" But then she gets shot. She gets shot in the back. The Asian girl gets shot in the back by the Nazis, and she's presumed dead.
Charizard gives the Nazis the sun in a bottle.
Yeah.
And then representation is like, "No, I can't allow you to have it." Takes it, goes 2 feet before being gunned down by
shoves it up her ass. Gun. She gets shot in the back.
A full clip of an automatic gun just shot.
Try yanking this out of my ass. Just representation.
I take it back. I think this might be the most graphic scene because she's just running away.
There's not really that much blood though. It's just her running away and then like her falling down after the gunshot.
The context that they unloaded like almost a full
context is pretty bad though. The context is pretty bad.
Automatic gun. It's just unloaded into her back. She's just like,
oh.
On the ground, and then they're like, "Oh, it's okay. We'll just put a jacket over her."
Cover up.
And she's like on her back. And she's like, "I'm not gonna make it."
Oh yeah, they have like this death scene with her, with the chalice and the Asian girl, and they're sitting there and they're clutching their hands and stuff. It's just like, I'm not gonna make it. No, you can do it. I trust you.
I didn't have a first name.
Tell my wife and kids. I love it. You have a wife and kids.
Your wife.
Representation. Double dip it, dude. So yeah, she dies, and then I guess it cuts to the fight scene between Mark shows up.
Yeah.
Mark shows up for the final battle, and Jack, because they both take forever to put on, because their suits are special, right? So they take more time to put on. And
Jack, first of all, Jack's normal suit, which is the one that he wears in space, is so fucking bulky.
It's a beast.
The helmet is big on this man with shoulder pads that go at this far.
He looks like a midget. He looks like a midget inside of that spacesuit, dude.
Tall person too.
It's like a dwarf. So
I will kill you, Mark.
I'm gonna kill you, Mark.
I'm gonna kill you.
So the cute epic final battle scene between Mark and Jack. Mark wins. They fight on this like solar panel thing,
which we thought was the top of the colony.
Yeah,
because it looked like they were just
it looked like the top of the colony, but it was actually just a solar panel. And then
not good.
The fight itself is kind of not too interesting. But at the end, Jack gets like embedded into the solar panel.
He gets cut off of the mobile suit.
Yeah, and then he gets embedded into the solar panel.
And then
cue the final dialogue scene of this. The writing in this dialogue and the delivery is genius. So Jack's sitting there in his like torso of his Gundam embedded into this solar panel, and he's like, "Mark, just finish me off. Just do it. Just kill me. Just finish me." And then Mark, I shit, it sounds like this. He's like, "Okay, Jack, but I'm not gonna do it because we're on food and we're gonna sit there and we're gonna go sit and it's not too late to come back and maybe you could all sit and go sit." And that's what he sounds like.
And Jack is just laying there. The camera's literally sideways.
Jack is like seizing out.
Jack, it's just, first of all, he's in this large suit that doesn't fit him, and his head is like turned completely sideways in the helmet, staring upwards.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's like, there's no way he can hear Mark. It's just,
oh no,
what?
Of course not.
What?
What? What? And then Mark just takes off. Yeah, he just leaves him there in the solar panel.
does like a one-liner and then he just flies off.
And to this day, Jack is still in that solar panel, supplying power to millions of people in the solar thing, the
God, it's
space
so great.
station thing.
So great.
Yeah, and then the final 10 minutes of the movie was just them getting rewarded for stuff. And I'm pretty sure I saw Asian girl there, and I think she lived. So she got shot in the back. She lived. But yeah, that was a crazy movie. Wow.
Hold on, I'm looking up the specific audio of what Jack and Mark say to each other because
I can put it in the in post edit.
I know.
But yeah.
I want to hear it for myself too.
Okay. But yeah, this movie was crazy. I think James gave it like a 10 out of 10, and I gave it a 2 out of 10. So that's our
Oh, I
ratings.
gave it a million out of 10. Oh yeah, Philippe shows up with a whole platoon of Gundams out of nowhere.
Does he? I do not remember that.
Because Jack's like, your day's about to get so much worse, and then like all the Gundams just blow the shit out of every other mobile suit. Asian representation is dying on the ground.
Bleeding out on the ground.
Mark's wife gives them back the formula for the sun.
Money.
Money.
Formula. I need
And
the Krabby Patty secret
what was this
formula.
line?
Mhm.
I want to see if I can find it.
You got it? Fine if you don't.
Oh yeah, he talks with Philippe. That's what happens, and then he just flies away, and Jack is just dying slowly.
Yeah, that's what we said. Because I
wasn't
clearly
even a
remember him.
one-liner.
I clearly remember Jack's like they do a shot later in the at the, like the very end where Jack's torso is just still embedded into the solar panel.
Right.
Yeah, I think I remember that. So
God, this movie
that
is
was
just
pretty
perfect.
That was pretty weird. Yeah, that was crazy. I don't even know what to say.
And then it ends with Mark and Charlize Theron just flying off together.
Doesn't the wife die?
Oh yeah, the wife dies.
We forgot to mention this. I think she was with the Nazi group, like the leader of the Nazis.
In the civilian shuttle.
They were in like an escape pod because I think they were losing.
No,
or
they were in
lost.
an entire spaceship is the thing.
Oh, and I think it gets blown up.
Yeah, and it's blown up by the Nazis' own troops that they couldn't have communicated with. And
Guess
also,
so.
why didn't they take their own ship out of there? And also, why did Mark's wife become so okay with dying all of a sudden? Because she was like, I told you, Nazi leader.
Yeah,
You'll
like
get
while
what's yours.
while their ship is blowing up, like she's doing like the Jeff Bezos laugh in the backseat, just ha 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 ha. Just like poker face, ha ha ha.
It's just why?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Why? What is happening?
It's
Great
amazing.
movie.
I love it.
It's so good. And we're gonna make G-Saviour 2. J string. What was the subtitle?
J string. I don't know what the subtitle was.
I remember we talked
But
about
I
it
do
in the
know.
car.
No,
can
I think
remember.
we talked about it when we were eating lunch after we watched the movie, of which I was still like blanked out from watching the movie.
I was just numb.
I was gonna include like a scene where the character's just eating a Jersey Mike's subs.
Oh yeah, it was just gonna be brand placement out the ass, and it was just gonna be Jersey Mike's everywhere.
Jersey Mike's, not sponsored by the way.
No,
Not sponsored by Jersey Mike's, unfortunately.
Pretty good sub.
It was a good sub. I'll give it to them. It was a good sub.
It was pretty good.
Anyway, though, that concludes our review on G-Saviour.
What a great movie.
Boy, howdy. I feel enlightened after that. If you enjoyed, you should, leave a like, subscribe, comment of what we should review next if you want us to review anything. And yeah, although it'll probably be like another year before we do another Crapshoot reviews.
Too.
But yeah, back to the episode. Because this was also in a Crapshoot. But
What?
yeah. What, James? You
Where
ready?
am I?
You're
Hello?
you're in G-Saviour, dude. You're in the year 4044.
Hi, it's me, podcaster, here with the news.
Oh man. Let me see what time we got.
Hey, Mark,
Okay.
it's me, Philippe.
I got time for one more thing to mention. Do you
Yeah.
want to talk about anything before?
I found a 40-minute video explaining the insanity that is the show Riverdale.
There's a 40-minute
There's
video
a
of someone who
40-minute
did that.
video of somebody explaining how insane Riverdale is, and it is my favorite thing because it's like it perfectly explains why I feel like I've gone insane watching it, because it's like first season, pretty normal for the most part. Second season, there's a mass murderer who's been murdering people for years now. Third season,
You just
there
don't
are
know
8
it.
cults, and one of them is based on Dungeons and Dragons.
8 cults, 1 Dungeons and Dragons.
Season 4,
I
there was
knew
another
it.
cult, a school cult. Season 5, Mothman is an alien.
Mothman. Yeah.
Season 1 was about them trying to figure out who killed this kid in a lake. That's what it was.
What the dog doing?
It's like it's just gotten crazy.
Yeah.
Is it just me or has it gotten crazier out there?
Jesus.
God, it's so good though, because it perfectly explains everything that I'm like, why? No. It explains
Why?
that
Stop.
stop, please. Just let the show end.
Just end
And
me.
it literally explains what I agree with is a problem with it, is that after season 1 they were just like, okay, what we do is now make big scenes for big effects and do nothing with it again, and we'll figure out the storylines later. Because Archie's dad gets shot at the end of the first season, and in the second
Yeah,
season,
sounds about right to me.
it wasn't just a robbery; it had an ulterior motive.
It was
and-
advanced robbery.
The big thing with the guy who shot Archie's dad was that he had green eyes, and then the person they revealed to do it, who had done it, never had green eyes until several episodes before they decided to make him the guy.
I knew
The
he was wearing contacts the entire
He
time.
had blue eyes.
Wearing
until
contacts.
that scene.
He was wearing contacts, James.
And it's so obvious they did not know
He
who they
was wearing
wanted.
contacts.
Several people were revealed to be this guy before the main
Contacts.
guy. Oh, and I haven't even mentioned there's a murder gene. You can have a gene in your body that is just, if you have it, you're obviously going to be a murderer.
I love how you're you're rattling all these random things from the show to me.
I haven't even mentioned the rapture bombing of one of the cults.
Rapture bombing?
You know, when you get raptured and go to heaven, that happens. But also, it didn't happen.
Okay. I think I'm getting it.
Just quiet screaming, man. My brain.
Why'd scream to yourself
Archie gets mauled by 2 different bears
in the show?
in the show.
Damn.
Jughead fake dies and cuts off a woman's tattoo. I'm not gonna go into it. It would just be a very long rant. You wanted to say something though. I just wanted to say I found a video that explains my insanity.
I didn't really want to say anything there. You know, all these other topics are kind of just not too important. So you can continue your rant. So you finished watching Riverdale already, or?
No, season 5 is still happening, where they're all adults and there's a new cult.
They're all adults, meaning that they're the same actors that's playing the same.
Same actors. The only person who looks like they really changed is the guy who plays Jughead, who is one of the twins on Sweet Life and Zack and Cody.
Oh. So
And
he's
that's
Zach.
because-
No, he's Cody.
No, I'm pretty sure it's Cody. Whichever one was the nerdy one.
Yeah, Zach.
Yeah, I think so.
Actually, it was Cody.
Fuck, I don't know. But he's the only one that really put in somewhat of an effort to show that he aged by pulling his neck in a little and growing out some facial hair.
That's his acting, just pull neck
'Cause
in,
usually
grow
his neck
facial
is
hair.
all the way out like this, and he's clean shaven all the time. And now he's very kind of like this most of the time. And he's got a facial hair, and he's like,
old.
I kind of talk.
This is how old people are like.
You know, I'm weird. I wear.
I'm kind of quirky.
He literally unironically does that. It is great.
What he says, he's quirky.
He's like, don't know if you noticed. I'm weird. Okay, I don't exactly
I'm
fit
weird.
in. You know, I just
I get that you're trying to make me fit in, but
wear
you-
all the time.
you, okay?
I'm different.
Built different.
Literally. He's also the leader of a biker gang, but also not anymore.
Okay.
I don't know. They fight in World War II, but also that's just a stylistic choice, but also it's very hard to keep pace with it because of it.
I see.
Rich girl faces no actual problems.
Thank God.
Everybody
Well, I mean,
else does.
that's how characters are built nowadays, you know?
But she continues to tell us how she has problems, but literally everything she does is solved within a
Well, I
minute.
mean, if she tells us she has problems, then she has problems, James. Well, you can't believe her?
She literally
you
said to
don't
a
believe
person who had lost their house, whose father had died, who had no place to live, she literally said, "Girl, we have more in common than I think. When we lost one of our vacationing homes, I was devastated, and it was played seriously."
I mean, if I lost one of my vacation homes, I'd be devastated too, James.
It was literally
If I had a vacation home or more than one.
It was literally to a character in poverty who had lost everything. She's like sitting in her mansion, eating the most expensive
Tortillas.
sushi and stuff, and it's just like, girl, we have more in common than you think.
Girl, we are more in common than we think.
And they didn't play it as a joke. This was real.
I mean, I'd take it seriously. What, you don't take it seriously? That the girl
Archie-
lost her goddamn vacation home, James? Huh?
Archie started a
Started a
vigilante
race
crime
war.
fighting- He started a vigilante crime fighting like group of shirtless guys who wear red masks.
Shirtless guys who wear red masks.
Red mask. And he's the only one who doesn't, yet the cops never caught him.
Okay.
Also, the future makes no sense. I don't know. It just it's
The
so
future
confusing.
makes no... You're not making sense, James. You are not making sense.
You look into my eyes and you tell me hell is real.
I can look into your eyes and tell you that Riverdale is a good show. And that you're just...
I really, dude. I know this is off topic, but I really like doing stuff in person. It was so fun.
Oh, you
Being
mean
able-
the G-Saviour thing?
Yeah, being able to just react off each other like that and everything, that was so
Oh
fun.
yeah. Getting to see
It's-
your horribly terrible hair. Your hair plus my dogs barking in our ears, and it's just
Oh
beautiful.
yeah, I
dude.
love the first thing I said to you after not seeing you in what, like
5 years,
2
I think.
years, really?
Quite a few years.
Since graduation, not seeing you, the first thing I say is I walk up to your house, put on a pair of fucking circle glasses.
You put on a pair of
Don't ask
Heimerdinger
no,
glasses.
Ethan Winters.
It's not Heimerdinger. It's
Will you let me in?
Heisenberg. Heisenberg glasses.
My Heisenberg glasses.
Ethan Winters.
Ethan Winters. It's B-Sauce.
Yeah, that's what
H-Sauce Heisenberg here.
Hey, Vsauce. Heisenberg here.
Here. What if I tricked you?
Yeah, it was pretty interesting.
It was really great to do in person. You,
Oh,
when
yeah,
you said we should do Dungeons and Dragons in person, I absolutely want to do that.
Yeah, I mean, being able to see all the faces of people who are going to try their best to ruin your nicely crafted plot is just the best.
You know, I made a story, and it's like, man, this is a really rich and deep story. I can't wait to get to it. Oh, hey, look.
Rob and
12-year-old
kill everything.
A 12-year-old Nazi. This can't go bad at all.
What could go wrong? Well, if you enjoyed, you should leave a like and subscribe.
Saying
We do
what a
this-
Nazi.
We do this every Sunday, isn't that right, James?
No.
But we do.
Yes.
Yeah, you can catch me if you want to see me more often. You can catch me on my Twitch. That's linked in the description. You can catch I believe James' YouTube channel in the description. He also streams, though not as often as I do. And yeah, that's it. Really. Say goodbye, James.
I want to die.
Bye.